Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And we got the final game of this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and Los Angeles Dodgers. And leading it all for Arizona, playing right field is Upton. Batting second, playing second is Escobar. Batting third, playing first is Goldschmidt. Batting fourth, playing left field is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing center field is Finley. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Drew. Batting seventh, playing doing the catching is Montera. Batting eighth, playing third base is Lamb. And on the mound doing the pitching is Shelling. And for the Los Angeles Dodgers, leading off playing second is Sachs. Batting second, playing short is Seager. Batting third, doing the catching Piazza. Batting fourth, playing center field is Green. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bellinger. Batting sixth, playing third base is Beltre. Batting seventh, playing left field is Guerrero. Batting eighth, playing right field is Mondesi. And on the mound, Earl Hershiser. Let's get down here to the Dodger Stadium and get this game going. And you see the T comparisons here. And Diamondbacks 3-5, 171 average, 257 on base, slugging 379 with a 636 on base percentage. The Dodgers 5-2, batting 213, 291 on base percentage, slugging 510 with an OPS of 801. Upton will lead it off here for Arizona, batting 152 with 4 homers and 5 RBIs. Earl Hershiser is 1-0 and hasn't given up an earned run yet, folks. And for the Arizona Diamondbacks, they are in a tie for third, 2.5 games back in the West. 2.5 games behind the Dodgers. Upton, we already said, batting a $152. Goldsmith batting 300 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Gonzalez 192, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Finley 231, a homer and 3 RBIs. And Escobar 1 homer, 1 RBI, and batting 133. Johnson's ERA is 5.28. Robbie Ray is 4.15. Kennedy 4.91. Schilling comes into the game with a 1.29 ERA, and Webb with a 7.5. And now for the first pitch here to Justin Upton. And that's going to be a drive down the first base line. And that's going to be a leadoff double by Upton. And he's aboard here. Standing down in scoring position already with nobody out. And Escobar's up batting 133 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 46 and a 5 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And actually, that's going to be a foul out. And near the dugout over at the first base line, he makes the catch. Bellinger does, and the runner will hold at second. Now you got Paul Goldschmidt up as Ken Castro joins us here. Yeah, hopefully the Diamondbacks can get a win out of this game. They've lost 5 in a row. They started out 3-0, folks, and they lost their last 5 games to be 3-5. Paul Goldschmidt batting 300 with 2 homers and 5 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball. Well, it could be a line drive. Let's see, a 36 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Beltre makes the catch. And again, Upton stays put. Can Earl Hershiser pitch around this leadoff double? It's up to Gonzalez. He's only batting 192 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that ball is high. He's not getting away with this one, I don't think, folks. How far is this one going to travel? And it is off the wall. Gonzalez just missed a 2-run shot, but that will get the runner in as that ball hits off the wall out in left field. And that's the first run given up by Earl Hershiser. And it's a 1-0 ball game here, folks. as Finley comes to the plate now with a runner in scoring position. Steve's batting .231 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Gonzalez down at second. Can they add to this 1-0 lead? And that's going to be against the righty at 19 and a 10. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Mine to see out at the track. Makes the catch. And Earl Hershiser with a big sigh of relief. But the RBI double gives Arizona 1 run. We go to the bottom of the first. Arizona 1. The Dodgers coming to bat against CURT Schilling. You'll have Steve Sachs, Seager, and Piazza. Steve off to a slow start, batting them 188 with no homers and no RBIs. This is CURT Schilling's second appearance. Excuse me, he's 0-1. 0-1 with a 1.29 ERA. That shows you what kind of offense these Diamondbacks have been putting up. None at all. And the Dodgers, like I said, got a half game lead now on the Giants. Piazza's batting .222. Guerrera's got his average after a 4-for-4 game yesterday against these Diamondbacks, up to .208 with a homer and 3 RBIs. We already talked about Sachs. Green's batting .133. He does have 2 homers and 3 RBIs, but Corey Seager batting .375, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Clayton Kershaw with a 1.5 ERA. Sandy with a 1.12. Fernando with a 4.91. Earl, like I say, coming into this game, hadn't given up an earned run. And Drysdale with a 7.96 ERA. And let's get ready for the bottom part of this inning. Here's the pitch to Sachs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 26 and a 36. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Steve. And he strikes him out. Schilling starts the game off with a strikeout. And here comes the red-hot Corey Seager, batting .375, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So a strikeout and a walk. Nobody's hit the ball yet. Brings up Mike Piazza with the tying run down at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. And Piazza batting .222 with no homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Drew says he's got it. Makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Sean Green here. Trying to tie this ball game up with Seager down at first, batting .133, 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's just going to be a ground ball down to Escobar. He tosses it over to first. And the Dodgers strand 1 to the top of the second. We go in a 1-0 ball game. You've got Drew, Montera, and Lamb due up. Drew batting .118, no homers, 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Guerrera makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And now you got Miguel Montera. And he's batting .333, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Steve. Fires over to Bellinger. And there's quickly 2 outs. And Jake Lamb gets something going here with 2 outs, batting .143, no homers, and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. 18. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Seager's got it, and that's a 1-2-3, top of the second. To the bottom of the inning we go. And we'll have Bellinger, Beltre, and Guerrera. You can see the team comparisons: 82 strikeouts for Arizona, 41 walks, 12 doubles, and 2 triples. And for the Dodgers, 59 strikeouts, 34 base on balls, 15 doubles, and 3 triples. And Cody is batting .286 with 2 homers and 5 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton, and that's 1 down. And Beltre comes up with nobody on and 1 out, batting .312 with 3 homers and 6 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to the other corner. out the left. And Gonzalez says he's got it and does. Now there's 2 outs for Pedro Guerrero, who was smoking hot in the previous game against the Diamondbacks. Can he keep it up? He's gotten that batting average up to 208, folks, and a homer and 3 RBIs. Remember, he was batting .050 going into that game. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37 and a 31. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Pedro. And he gets a hold of that 0-1 pitch, and he's staying hot, folks. It'll be his 5th base hit in a row, and that's a double in the right field. So Guerrero's aboard here with a 2-out double. And a tying run down at second. And OREL Mondesi's up. And OREL's batting .200 on the year with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Schilling strikes him out. The Dodgers strand 1 to the top of the 3rd we go. Still 1-0 Arizona. Schilling will lead it off, followed by Upton and Escobar. Schilling's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mondesi for out number 1. See, Arizona's up on the schedule. They stay on the road. They go to San Diego for 4 games, and then it's on to St. Louis. And Upton's up now. He doubled and came around to score the only run of the game back in the 1st. That's going to be a fly ball out to Guerrero. Quickly 2 down here. And Escobar comes to the plate, and he popped up down the 1st in foul territory his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Beltray. 1, 2, 3 goes the Diamondbacks. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. And HERSHISER will lead it off for the Dodgers, followed by Sachs and Seager. And Earl's batting .333 because we don't need no stinking DH. And that's going to be a fly ball lifted in the shallow center field. Finley comes in, makes the catch for 1 out. And Steve Sachs comes up for the 2nd time. He struck out back in the 1st, 0 for 1. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Schilling's got his number today. Quickly 2 outs, and it's up to Corey Seager here to get something going. He did walk back in the 1st. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Escobar, over to 1st. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 3rd for CURT Schilling. To the 4th we go. Got the big boys due up here for Arizona. Smith, Gonzalez, and Finley. And there's the Dodgers schedule. They stay home here and play Houston for a 4-game series. Then they go on the road and take on Colorado up in the Rocky Mountains. And Goldsmith popped up the 3rd his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Paul walks on down the 1st with a leadoff walk. Tying run out on the 1st. Go ahead, run at the plate. Insurance run down at 1st. Sorry. And Gonzalez with that RBI double back in the 1st. And that's going to be a catcher. 33 and an 8. Should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate near the screen. Mike takes the mask off, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And Finley comes up now. He's 0 for 1, flew out to Mondesi back in the 1st. And that's going to be a fly ball. This time he gives Green a chance, and he makes the play. 2 down here now in the 4th. And can Stephen Drew deliver here? He flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a 39. 26 and a 2. He's probably going to pick him off because that should be fielding column 1. And runner called off first. So Paul gets picked off at 1st. And that'll end the inning, folks, with Drew still at the plate. We get to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 1-0 Arizona. We got Piazza, followed by Green and Beltre, the big boys here for the Dodgers. Mike is 0 for 1, popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Upton's got it. One down here in the fourth. And Sean Green, can he get a one-out rally started? He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Upton. They might want to hit it somewhere else. Yeah, he definitely is on point, ain't he? Yes, he is. Cody is 0 for 1. He flew out you guessed it, Upton back in the second. And he's going to try it again. And Upton says, I got it. And he does. 1, 2, 3. Justin Upton sets a record held by many with 3 putouts in the game. In the inning, we go to the top of the fifth. It's still 1-0 Arizona. Drew was up when Goldsmith got picked off, followed by Montero and Lamb. Steven 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Earl strikes him out. Ground number 1. And Montero, he's 0 for 1. He grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the sacks. He fires over. And that's twice he's grounded the sacks. Twice he's been out. So it's up to Jake Lamb to get something going. He's 0 for 1, grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Earl with his second strikeout of the game. Arizona goes down 1, 2, 3 to the fifth we go. Bottom of the fifth, that is. And Beltre, Guerrero, and Mondesi. Beltre flew out the left back in the second. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Upton gets over, cuts it off, holds him to a single. But the leadoff batter's aboard in a 1-0 ball game. And now you got Guerrero, who is on fire, folks. He has hit safely in his last 5 at-bats. He has a double in this game. And that's finally going to cool him off. That's a deep fly ball. Finley back near the track makes the catch. And they finally get Pedro out. One down here. Raul Mondesi is 0 for 1, struck out back in the second. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Schilling's got his number today, folks. Now there's 2 outs, and it's up to HERSHISER to get the job done himself. He has flown out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Escobar. And that'll do it. The Dodgers strand 1 to the top of the 6th we go. And Schilling will lead it all for the Diamondbacks, followed by Upton and Escobar. CURT's 0 for 1 today. And he is now 0 for 2. He hits this one into the other corner out left. Guerrero makes the play. Quick 1 out. We're back to the top of the order. And Justin Upton is 1 for 2 with a double and came around to score. The only run of the game. That's going to be a ground ball back to Earl. And he fires over to first. And HERSHISER's got 2 outs now. And Escobar comes to the plate. And he's popped up and grounded out 0 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. 1, 2, 3 goes Arizona. And this is a hell of a pitching duel here, folks, between Curt Schilling and Earl HERSHISER. So we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 1-run ball game. Top of the order due up here for the Dodgers. Sachs, Seager, and Piazza. Steve 0 for 2 has struck out both times. And that's going to be it's going to be an infield hit. Sachs gets aboard here with a slow grounder down the third. Lamb has no play. Sachs at first. And Corey's going to do a little hit and run here. He's 0 for 1. He did walk back in the first. Get the runners moving here. And a 23 on a hit and run. That'll be a ground ball back to the mound. Nice play by CURT. Only plays over to first, though. Runner will get in scoring position with one down. And Mike Piazza's up. Piazza's popped up and flown out 0 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Let's see, a single's going to score him anyway. Does he want to take the chance here? 54 and a 3. What's that? It'll be Harley B, column number 1. In the right field, re-roll. 4. And that'll be a 31. He ain't going nowhere. Tell you that. Yeah, he's staying put. So fly ball out to right. Now there's 2 out. It's up to Sean Green to try to tie this game up. Green's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty, 14. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Drew fires over to Goldsmith, and that'll end the inning. Steve gets stranded at second. To the 7th inning we go, 1-0 Arizona. And Goldsmith followed by Gonzalez and Finley. And Paul's 0 for 1. He did walk back in the 4th. And he's going to walk again, folks. And the Diamondbacks cash in on this. Nobody out in the runner at first. And Luis Gonzalez, who doubled and drove in the run back in the 1st, is up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. His 3rd strikeout of the game. That was a big one. And now you got Steve Finley up. He was 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and right. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be a 19 and an 8. And that is going to be a ground ball down the short. 54 and a 9. Should be fielding column 2, I think. Yep. Fielding column 2. That was a, what was it? 19 and an 8. First. 19 and an 8. That's going to be, a fly ball out the left. Guerrero makes the catch. So now we got 2 down. The runner still at first, and Drew's up. He's 0 for 2, flown out and struck out. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. He drives that ball in the right field. And Mondes, he's got a freaking rocket launcher out there. Let's see if he can score. He's going to try. I'll put it that way. A 52, a 39, a 15. So it'll be a 28. And that will be a 54 or lower. He scores and makes it a 2-0 ball game. And he does. That's an RBI double for Drew. And he doubles your fun, doubles your pleasure with double mint gum, and doubles the lead, folks. It's 2-0 now. And Montero's up with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And he is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second both times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Guerrero. And that'll end the inning, but the damage is done. Drew with a RBI double. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 2-0 Arizona. You got Bellinger, Beltre, and Guerrero due up here for the Dodgers. Cody's 0 for 2, flown out the right both times. And that's going to be another fly ball, and you guessed it, out to Upton. And that's out number 1. That's a hat trick for Cody. Flying out to Upton for the 3rd time. And now you got Mr. Beltre up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Drew. Easy play. Fires over to first. 2 down. here's the man, Guerrero, 1 for 2 today. He doubled back in the second. And that's going to be a rare play of 15 and a 37. And that's going to be hit out to right field. Upton's out there. And that's going to be a nice play by Justin. Takes a hit away from Guerrero. And that'll end the bottom of the 7th. It's still 2-0 as we go to the top of the 8th. They like to see HERSHISER make it through this 8th inning. He's due up second in the bottom of the 8th. Schilling. You got Lamb, then Schilling, and then Upton due up here. They're going to probably let Schilling bat, but they are going to get Bradley up in the bullpen just in case, probably in that 8th inning. Lamb is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to green, round number 1. And nobody on it. Schilling pitching a masterpiece here. Is going to stay in the game. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to each corner, right and left. And he tries left again. Guerrero's there, makes the catch for out number 2. And now you got Upton up. And Justin, 1 for 3 with a double and came around to score the first run of the ball game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll probably be it for HERSHISER as he strikes out 4. Only give up 2 runs, folks, and trailing 2-0. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, you got the bottom part of the order due up. Mondesi, a pitch hitter for Earl, and then Steve Sachs and Raul. Yeah, exactly. Yep, this is his 2017 year. Yeah, he had 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 save with a 1.73 ERA. Yeah. And Mondesi's up. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against CURT. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. There's his hat trick. And that is CURT's 5th strikeout of the game. Like I say, that'll be it for Earl. Pitched a damn good game. Right now he's on the losing end unless the Dodgers can do something here in the 8th. He pitched 7 good innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. See who's going to come off the bench here. And let's see. I think Maury Wills is going to come off the bench. Yep. Maury's going to come off the bench. Need a base runner here to get the tying run to the plate. So Maury's going to try to get on here. Bat from the left side against CURT. And he's batting .214, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. CURT's starting to heat it up here in the 8th. Back-to-back strikeouts. Can he strike out the side? Steve Sachs comes up, and he's 1 for 3, but he has 2 strikeouts. A single and 2 strikeouts. Can he strike out the side, folks? No, that ball is well hit by Steve. See where this ends up at, folks. And that ball is driven into the gap. And Steve Sachs, it's all or nothing here, folks. He either gets a hit or strikes out. So he's now 2 for 4, standing down at second. And the tying run comes to the plate. And Corey Seager, not who you want to see if you're a Diamondback fan. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk, but he's batting .333 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And that ball is hit hard. Uh-oh. Can CURT give up the lead here, folks? And nope, that's going to be a double in the right field. And that is going to cut the lead down to 1. And I believe that's going to be it for CURT. CURT's going to come out of the game here. And Bradley's going to come in and try to get a 4-out save. CURT Schilling can't make it out of the 8th here, folks. And it is now 2-1. And And they're going to bring in Archie. See if he can save this game for CURT. And this is Bradley's third appearance. No record. He's got no earned runs. 2 outs, a runner down at second, and Mike Piazza at the plate. Piazza's 0 for 3. He has flown out the right twice and popped up the short. Darn is right. I was hoping he'd get a complete game out of it. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Drew. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning. We go to the top of the ninth. It's 2-1 Arizona. They'd like to get an insurance run or two here. See who's going to come out of the bullpen and pitch for the Dodgers. I think it's going to be old Perinoski. Ron's coming out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 1-run ball game. Where's old Perinoski at? There he is. He'll come out of the pen. And he'll switch old Escobar around to the right side. Then you got Goldsmith, and then the other lefties are coming up here. So Escobar is 0 for 3 today. He's popped up, grounded out, and flown out. Here's the pitch to Escobar, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Pedro for out number 1. And old Goldsmith's up now. He's 0 for 1, but he has walked twice and came around to score in the 7th. And he's going to walk for the 3rd time, folks. Old Goldsmith getting that on-base percentage up there, folks. Over 400. Here comes Luis Gonzalez. And are they going to let him bat? That is the question. Is Gonzalez going to bat? Against the lefty. And I say he is. They're going to let Luis bat. He's 1 for 3 with the RBI double back in the first. Here's the pitch to Luis. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Perinoski strikes him out for out number 2. And you got to let Finley stay in the game for defensive purposes. Can't take Steve out. He has flown out to all 3 outfields, left, right, and center. Can Finley get an insurance run here with Goldsmith down at first? And nope. That's going to be a comebacker to the mound. And Perinoski's going to fire over to first. And that'll win the inning. So the leadoff walk goes nowhere. Or it was a 1-out walk, rather. Goes nowhere. We go to the bottom of the 9th in a 2-1 ball game. And you're going to have Green, Bellinger, and Beltre. Got the 4, 5, 6 hitters up here against Bradley. Sean is 0 for 3, grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field, I believe. Yep, out the left field. Gonzalez is out there, makes a nice play. Luis Gonzalez runs that one down in the corner. Saved a base hit there. A little tip of the cap by Archie. There's 1 down. Now Cody Bellinger's up. He's 0 for 3. He has flown out all 3 times to Justin Upton. And that's time he's going to give it a chance out there in center field. But we left old Steve Finley in, and he tracks that one down easily for out number 2. Dodgers down to the last out. And it is Beltre due up here. He is 1 for 3. He singled back in the 5th. Here's the pitch. And that's a slow roller down to Escobar. Takes his time, fields it cleanly, throws over to Goldsmith, and that's a ball game, folks. Diamondbacks get a win here in LA and win this game 2-1. Great pitching performance by both OREL HERSHISER and CURT SHILLING. And Bradley comes in and gets the save. Take a look here at the box score now. Yeah, it was. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Let's see here. And the Diamondbacks 2 runs on only 3 hits and no errors. The Dodgers out hit them but couldn't outscore them. 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. Big RBIs by Gonzalez and Drew. They were 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Old Gonzalez and Drew both with those doubles to drive in those runs, folks. One thought they had a homer just off the wall. And Steve Sachs with a nice game, 2 for 4. He was the only player in this game with a multi-hit game. Dodgers were 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. Schilling picks up his first win. He's now 1-1. Yeah, this one sure did, didn't it? Yes, it did. You're exactly right. Sometimes I think, man, we're going to have a quick 1-0 ball game and they get bombed. Schilling now 1-1, 7 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 6. Bradley comes in, gets his first save of the year, pitches an inning and a third of nothing ball. OREL HERSHISER, the bad luck loser here. Sad way to lose a game. He's now 1-1, 8 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Paranoski comes in, pitches 1 inning, walked 1, and struck out 1. Go here to the standings now. And the leaderboard. And the Braves game up on New York. Washington's 2 games back. The Phillies 2.5, and Marlins 3.5. And in the Central, you got the Brewers a half game up on the Pirates. Cardinals are a game back. Chicago Cubbies are a game and a half. The Reds 2 games, and the Houston Astros 2.5. And with that loss, the Giants and Dodgers are now tied for first. The Diamondbacks are a game and a half back. Colorado and San Diego are 2 games back. And Paul Molitor is still leading the league with a .560 batting average. Sammy Sosa with 7 homers and 12 RBIs to lead the league. And the ERA leaders right now at 0. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers with 2 wins on the year. And 2 pitchers, JJ and Wetland, with 3 saves on the year. We're doing the National League. What the hell? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers with 2 wins. And you got Suter and Tekulve with 3 saves on the year. Sorry about that. And Sammy Sosa's leading in the MVP voting. And Clayton Kershaw is leading now in the Cy Young voting. And let's see what the next game on here is going to be. It'll be an American League game. Let's see who we're going to have here. And it looks like it's going to be the Tampa Bay Devil Rays taking on the Detroit Tigers. We'll have Mr. Price going up against Verlander in game number 1. And I think this is only a 1-game series. Yeah, I believe it is here. Let's check and make sure, but I believe it's only a 1-game series. Let's pull up Detroit's schedule here. Yep, it's a 1-game series on April 7th. So, yeah, 1-game series will be the next game on the channel between Price and Verlander. I want to thank Ken Castro for joining us. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell for reminders. It don't cost you a thing to do this. And hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. Not a problem. Glad you stopped by.